It's a job that I applied for 3 years ago. It's taken a little while for that to come around. But at the time when I applied, I was working as a maths presenter, travelling around Australia and trying to educate and excite kids about maths. And one of the main messages we give is that maths isn't just about numbers, which they usually didn't believe. But for me that was good because you get paid to travel around Australia and drive around in a big maths van as part of the maths squad.
The maths squad?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It was hardcore.
Awesome.
Yeah. But that's when I applied and I thought, you know, I'd finished uni, I'd just finished honours, and I was looking for something else, something new, and there was this job, and the only science job that they advertised for on the Antarctic Division website is for an optical physicist, and I could barely believe it because that's exactly what I just finished my honours doing, and so I'd never thought about going to Antarctica, whereas a lot of people, I think, dream about coming down here and finally get to come down here, but for me it just seemed like too much of a coincidence to pass up, so I applied. But as I said, I didn't. That was 3 years ago. So when I started training in September, which is about 5 months ago now, in Kingston, I'd moved on from that and I'd started a PhD. So I was in the middle of that, about 18 months in. So there was a bit of a decision to be made because it was disruptive. But I think I was always going to come down here once I got offered the job.
I finished high school and didn't want to get a job, so I went to uni and studied engineering and didn't want to be an engineer at the end of it, so I became a weather observer. It's a much better job. This is number 4 down south. I've wintered twice at Casey in 2002 and 2005, and once at Macquarie Island in 2006, and now at Davis in 2010.
Do you feel that that's affected you psychologically in any way?
No, I was screwed up before I came down. But it's accepted down here, so I fit right in. Where else in the world can you turn up dressed like this and be accepted as normal? Normal.
I suppose it wasn't a dream because it just never occurred to me. When I thought about Antarctica, I never really had a notion of Antarctic operations, you know, that are conducted by Australia. I had no idea. I didn't know there was an Antarctic division. And I think a lot of people don't. I think most Tassie people probably do, but I don't know if it sort of sits at the front of a lot of people's minds back on the mainland. Well, my first impressions of the place were amazingly, well, that it was amazingly comfortable. You think about coming to Antarctica and there's all sorts of preconceived notions about blizzards and living in tents and dehydrated meals and all that. I knew it wasn't going to be like that, but then to be standing in this room, like not this room, but the LQ, the living quarters, and seeing all these comfy chairs with a pool table and a nice sort of polished wood bar and a dartboard, and then marrying that with the idea that you're in Antarctica was a surprise, I suppose. Or just an adjustment, but a good one. I was pleasantly surprised when I came.
Goes back to that track to the countdown with all one to be home run.
What the hell?
The past 1990s.
Take 2. Ready?
Japanese schoolgirls who wear knee-high hoop socks. And LaRue.
Oh, that's bloody beautiful.
Number 27 with Key for the Kill.
Add beer.
Is this the last we'll hear from LaRue? Website is Music Robot.
Cheers.
Hey, Music Robot.
Socially, it's a completely different kettle of fish to anything that I've experienced. I think most people have experienced.
Yeah, here we go! Got him! Yeah!
I'm looking forward to things settling down around the station a little. I think that the summer crew, they stir things up a little bit more than what I understand the winter crew to be. And just the environment and having a little bit more space during winter is going to be very nice because we are occupying a social area that's designed for 30 or 40 people, and there's, I think at the moment, probably something between 80 and 90 on station. So
I just enjoy the fun that's had down here over winter because it is a significantly smaller group, so you generally know everyone very well. Social occasions are always fun and entertaining. Midwinters is always a good time had by everyone.
I'm definitely looking forward to the ice forming. From a less social point of view, the ice forming, getting out on quads, experiencing 1 month of the sun not coming up, just fascinating. There's probably going to be a negative side to that too, just in terms of what that does to people's moods in the Nordic countries that I've heard about. But that's all right, I think. And getting out on the quads and going to jollies on the ice and just having all of the area around us accessible by that means, by quads, and it's just going to be cool, fun. But I will miss having the wide variety of people around too. Not to mention the fact there's going to be no females at all. Well, there'll be a station later, but yeah.
I can take this stupid friggin' wig off because it's friggin' hot. Ah! Freedom! Ah! Oh, really nice time.